What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Murder the Finish. Today we're painting on this 2016 Honda Odyssey. It's a coarse silver. So today we're going to take some time and we're going to show you how to spray some coarse silver today. It's a little bit more difficult than your fine silvers, so yeah, we're going to get right at it. Hey you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You're not a 90%er, are you? Over here on my videos, watching them and stuff, and you're not subscribed. But hey, if you're not subscribed, go over there and do it now. It'll help the algorithm push my channel a lot harder. I appreciate it. On to the video. All right, guys, first thing we gotta do is clean our panels really good with wax and grease remover and alcohol. I already did that. Now, we'll take our little nice new blowgun here. Nice fresh tack rag. Gotta make sure it's nice and clean. And on this one, guys, we're doing a short blend up here. So again, we're gonna frequently tack up there, make sure there's no overspray getting up there because we don't want that in our short blend. We're gonna burn that in. And for this one, guys, any high metallics, I definitely recommend you get your static gun. I gotta go get my regulator. I'm gonna turn the camera off, I'll be right back. There it is. I was using it on a different gun. All right, like I said before, this is the anti-static gun. It's by DentFix. What this does, it helps any static on the panel so your metallics orientate correct. Run this thing about 20 psi. Get this thing nice so the paint lays on it correctly. Doesn't hurt to hit your plastic a little bit. Lets anything release off of there. Same thing with our bumpers. We're all ready for our first coat of sealer. And make sure your seal is shook up really good. And you see we did a spot repair here with a little bit of UV primer. Make sure we get some sealer over that too. All right, another important step here. We're gonna make sure our sealer is completely dried down, guys. You don't want to start with wet sealer, suit's dying. All right, I'm gonna change the battery on that. All right. Okay guys, to eliminate any issues with any kind of sand piling that you started with your sealer, you're gonna wanna make sure you take your tack rag after it's nice and dried and flashed off, and you're gonna have to tack any overspray off from that. Might get right close. What that's going to do is help your metallics lay down correctly before we add some color blender. What the color blender does is help melt your sealer edge in. And you want to put it on nice and wet, but not run it. Another tip, since we're not putting color way up here, all we're gonna do is short blend our clear coat. You wanna bring your color blender up, but you don't wanna get it up too high. All you wanna do is help that color orientate. Okay, another thing that is a must, you have to use the correct reducer. It's about 75 in my booth right now. The silver really likes laying down with the 95 reducer. That's up to 95, that's what that means. And with these coarse silvers, you see these filters that come in these PPS cups? I rip them right out of here. That way the paint can't have a chance to get trapped in there, all the metallics. All right, we're gonna get right to it. All right, everybody, you don't want to waste any time getting your first coat of color on here. Best thing to do is to blend a little backwards. You want to start out about as far as you're gonna go with your blend. guys, see how wet we got that on? You want to make sure that first coat's on nice and wet, especially on your blend edge, because if not, it'll start sand piling, even with blender, and you don't want that because then you're laying more blender down, you're trying to get it to blend out, and it ain't doing it. So I highly recommend you put your first coat on pretty wet. Okay everybody, so we're starting to dry down a little bit now. The key to silvers is to get back after them while they're still a little wet. See how it's not completely flashed off yet? What that's gonna do, I'm gonna back up for my next coat, lay it on a little heavier, and start blending my blend out more. All right. Okay, as everybody can see, this color's blending out pretty good. So up to this point, we were running our fan wide open on our last control coat. Usually I do like a X-type pattern for my blend. Well, not an X, a diagonal pattern. And I like to run my fan in just a little bit, just to make sure we're not getting any dead zones. And then I'm gonna lay my last coat, which is gonna be our control coat. And we'll be off to clearing. Notice we're still getting it after it wet. You want to make sure them solvents don't have a chance to completely dry, because it'll help your metallics lay down better. Blender helps too. Want to make sure all those metallics are laying down nice and even. Our blend is beautiful. It's going to be awesome. We're going to get right to clear coating. I'm going to show you guys how to do a short blend in this pillar. We're going to burn it in with some solvent. All right, so what we're gonna do with our short blend here is when we bring our color or our clear coat up, we're gonna bring it up, and our first pass will probably stop about right here. What that's gonna do is help lay the clear coat out so I can easily burn it in. And our second coat, we're gonna bring it right about there, and then I'm gonna burn it in right about here. So I'll probably bring it up a little bit here for the first, second about here, burn it in up there. So I hope the camera's picking everything up there. So, all right, and I'll show you guys how to do that. Burn it in, make it flawless. Again, we're using our Soda Jet for our clear coat. Man, I'm really loving this gun. It is sweet. We're spraying it about 28 PSI, give or take. All right, we're gonna get right at it. Everybody, now we're back in here for our second coat of clear. It's hard to see it in the video, but we stopped it right about in here. Our next coat we're going to bring out just a tad bit further so we can melt one coat in, not try to melt two coats in. And I'll show you guys the procedure on that here in a second after I get another coat on. So yeah, we're going to get to her. And this step you don't want to wait, guys. Hopefully I don't choke myself out with a mask on. It's still pretty hazy in here. So this is what's called a blending solvent. It's used to burn in your clear coat edge. Make sure this stuff's nice and shook up. You don't use it very often, so just make sure it's not spraying funny or anything. What we're gonna do here, we're gonna spray just a little bit, get it nice and wet on our blend edge, make sure we're good. And that's all we're gonna do, guys. And when it comes out of the booth, we're gonna buff that spot and you'll never even see it. And that repair will last a long time. A lot of guys say, oh, it dies back. Well, yeah, it takes quite a while. So definitely for this old van, it's definitely gonna outlast that. So yeah, this thing turned out awesome. Our blend's good. All right. All right, guys, that's it for this one. I hope everybody learned something on how to blend these coarse silvers, guys. They are a little different than them finer silvers. So, hey, if you like what you see, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and this has been Murder the Finish.